So if you're watching this in order, not that it's numbered, but the top came off of my Foamy camper. And that was because I didn't have it secured, and I was driving down the road and there was a windstorm, and yeah, totally stupid. But hey, I'm a guy. Anyways, so I was happy because I didn't like the way the front was made. So I came in, chopped off the front, and if you can see, it's a little bit angled. But then I realized this is only 2 centimeters. So it's pretty flimsy, and this is where the hinge is going to go, right here. So that's a lot of stress. And I decided just to put another layer of 2 centimeter foam. And as I'm mocking it all up, I had this piece. This was from the front originally, and I'm taking it apart to salvage some stuff. But then I realized this stuff's on pretty good. I was a little apprehensive using the foam in this is just Titebond 2 and foam, and all I did was sand it with 120 sandpaper with an orbital sander. And I was like, oh, is that really very strong? And so let me see if I can do this. I want you to see how tight how well it's adhered. Hard to do it holding it, but look, it doesn't even. I'm holding it down with my elbow. Oh, okay, so to me, that's pretty strong. And now this blew off and flew 5 meters. So this thing's 180 centimeters long by 140. And this thing flew in the air, landed on the sidewalk, concrete sidewalk, like 5 meters away in a heavy wind, and my wife jumped out and grabbed it, and there was no damage to the foam. The only thing that was damaged was the wood hinge, and they had broke. So I'm quite impressed with the how it's all holding together with just Titebond on the foam, and it's impressed me. So I'm happy with it. I just wanted to show you how well it adhered. I didn't do the roller with the hole punch in, and I saw somebody had that tool online, but I don't know where to get that. I'm in Japan, so a lot of stuff we don't have. But so hey, I'm happy with it. It's strong, and looking forward to getting this smoothed out now. So I think I'm almost done with the top. Just got to do some sanding and contouring, and then I got to put it on top of the camper and figure out the hinge. So I'll show you the hinge I made. Oh, geez. This is such a small shop for this project. So maybe I should just chop this part out of the video. Okay. So here's the plywood I was using for the original hinge. I had wood pieces, you can still see, and that's where it was adhered. So I'm going to use the same thing, but now I'm using a piano hinge, so it'll just be like this. I think the angle of the front of the camper top is like this. So when you lift it, it'll just go like that. It only has to lift up a few, I think it lifts up about 80 centimeters in the back. So the angle is not severe, but it's going to work out. Anyways, follow along to see the progress. I know it's a messy shop. It's small, but It's actually a big shop for Japan. I can't believe I found a Delta unisaw here in Okinawa, Japan. I think it came from the base or something, but gorgeous saw. You got a nice little shop and make some nice stuff out of here. Anyways, y'all have a nice day. Okay, so here we are. We got the top up in the workshop and did a little work to clean it up, and now I'm putting the canvas on over here. So hopefully you won't be able to see that line. It's hard to cut that straight. Maybe I'm just not able to, I don't know. Anyways, so glued this on. I've got the other side already glued on, and I thought I'd take a quick moment to show what I'm doing here. So now I got it up on a block so I can reach. Let me, hold on one second. Got a really small, disorganized shop. Okay, so I put it down. I wanted to really be able to get this side with its little drippage. So now I gotta lift this up a little bit and glue underneath, and then fold it, and then do this side, and then it should look like that side. Got all these clamps holding this together for now. We'll go back over that later, but anyways. Okay, so we gotta wait for the corners another 2 days, make sure it's really glued up. But I wanted to cover this area, so it's looking good. No air bubbles. And if you see an air bubble, don't tell me. Almost looks like I'm making a longboat, you know, a john boat or something, you know. This is the top of my little camper for my Japanese K truck. Yeah. So now the top edge is sealed, and once I finish up the corner, I got to put this back on here. I got to put this back on the roof so I can redefine this edge. But that edge, maybe tomorrow or the next day, we'll get the trim, and the side's done. So now, once I finish the ends, then I can sand this down and paint the interior. I'm gonna paint it white, and might end up putting some posters, or maybe instead of paint, I'll slather on some glue and then put some wallpaper. Not sure what we're gonna do. Not sure yet. Maybe some wallpaper, Okinawa style or something, since that's where we are. And we plan to take this camper to mainland in a year or two, unless we sell it first. I've got new ideas, as we always have, right? Okay, I just applied the canvasing glue to the top here, or actually, what am I talking about? This is the side. Here's the top, and wipe that little run. Here's the roof. So I just put the last back piece on, and it's drying. And then here's the front angle. That's going to go on, and it's going to work out. Still have to do the front here, and some painting and sanding, of course. So I made the glue a little thick when I put it on before the canvas. So I wet it, put the canvas on. Then I had to make more, but to get it to soak in, I Made it a little thinner, so more like 50-50. So still have to do some modeling out on the door, and we're going to be applying probably about 3 or 4 inch rubber. It's left over from a treadmill. That'll cover up that hinge. But it's coming along. When you put the roof on, the roof comes right about here. So there's not going to be any ingress of water when the roof's closed. And I just have to find a little aluminum L bracket that's going to go right above the door. Or I might just end up putting weather stripping right there. That'll come later. But I still have to trim this up a bit and round over the door, the bottom. Remember, this is the bottom, so there's little skids to keep it off. So there was a little damage, but it's gluing up just fine. So we're gonna go camping, and my wife was after me to get this painted. So this is close enough to painted. So I just have to do the front. Probably won't do the front because it's going to be against the truck, but I want to get the back done. So, and later we'll figure out what we're going to do for windows.